Mark Solomon, your financial guide for special needs families, coming to you live today. And I hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday because it is a Tuesday. It's a beautiful day. Anyway, today what we're going to be covering is how to save for your child's future. Simple, straightforward. I got three methods, whether you have benefits or don't have benefits. They should all work for you in one way or another. And as always, if you want to figure out how that happens, you just set a complimentary consultation. We'll go over it, right? Okay, great. So I'm Mark Solomon, your financial guide for special needs families, bringing you simple ideas and strategies to help lower your financial pressures today so that you can get back to what's most important, taking care of your family. Had to take care of that business so you guys know where we're at and who we are. So three ways. We're just going to give them three straightforward ways. Number one, best way to save for your child is you do it. What do you mean you do it? Well, whether you have benefits, that means your whole family's on benefits, or you're at the other side where you make too much income and nobody has any benefits unless they're an adult. And even if they're an adult, you can save for them. Well, how do I do that, Mark? I can't put it in their name. That's right, you can't put it in their name, but you can put it in your name. And you designate the beneficiary as your child, but even better, their third-party special needs trust, okay? So what kind of savings are we talking about? Well, what do you want to do? Do you want to just save money like in an emergency fund type, low interest bearing account, something like a money marketing account, or a bond fund account, something that just keeps up with inflation? You can do that, but you can also do something that grows over time more than inflation, 5, 8, 10, 12%. There are plenty of places where you can do that. So what do I do? Well, what you do is you and your spouse, or if you're a single parent, you open up an account. It could be at the bank because they have investment officers there, but you can also work with Fidelity and American Funds and Vanguard and Invesco and Putnam. All these different companies would be more than happy to manage your money. So depending on what your risk tolerance is and what your goals are, that's something we can also talk about with a complimentary consultation. But start saving now every month, 50, 100, 200 or more dollars a month over the next couple of 3 decades. And you can have hundreds of thousands, even over $1 million, depending on how much you save and what your rate of return is. And what do you do with that money? That's what you do. You designate the account. The sole beneficiary for best case scenario would be their third party special needs trust. Why? If you pass away anytime while you're saving, boom, it goes right into their trust. Okay. And that's a whole nother subject, the special needs trust, which we will talk about in the near future. But just so you know, third party special needs trust, money goes in there, locked in. Nobody can touch it except the trustee based on what the parameters are that you've already put forth ahead of time. So that's number one way you can save for your child for the future. Okay, and you could put a lot of money away. Number two, ABLE accounts. And we've talked about ABLE accounts before. So you can start an ABLE account. An ABLE account you can start with as little as $25 a month. I recommend at least $50. And you get that going on a monthly basis. That can be for immediate qualified disability expenses, which we'll talk more about when we talk about ABLE accounts in the near future. And also for emergencies and also long-term in the future expenses for them when they become an adult, or if they're already adult, now expenses, income supplementation, and you're saving for them right now, for now and into the future. ABLE accounts are great for that. Okay? And a third way that you can save for them is that maybe you have a Roth IRA. This is another way that you can save for them. You have a Roth IRA and you're like, you know what? I'm not going to really need the money in my Roth IRA. I have a 401k. I have other savings. I got my house, right? That's another thing we could talk about with special needs trust is your house, right? But if you had a Roth IRA, it grows, right? It grows tax-free, and you could take the money out tax-free. Yes, there are some limitations on the money being taken out later after they acquire it. It's about a 10-year period, but it's money that they can use in the future. That would also be designated as the beneficiary of their third-party special needs trust. So over time, that is the only retirement account that makes sense going into a special needs trust because there's no taxes having to deal with that. So there you go. Your not 401k, your Roth IRA can go into your child's special needs trust for savings and money for the future, even after you're gone, right? Because it would be after you're gone or after you retire, you can designate that for your child's special needs trust and their benefit into the future. So the three ways are you can just save in an investment account or a money marketing account over time into the future for them and then designate it for their special needs trust in the future, right? Second, you could start an ABLE account for them, no less than $50 a month, and accumulate for now expenses, emergencies, and future expenses. And lastly, and thirdly, you can take your Roth IRA if you feel like you don't actually need that extra money, or you use that money when you're retired, and then when you pass away, you can designate the beneficiary as a special needs trust, and whatever's left in there can be for your child. So there you go. Investment account, savings account, ABLE account, and your Roth IRA. I hope you guys found this beneficial and valuable. Check if you have any more questions about this, please set a complimentary consultation right now. Our calendar link is always below. This has been Mark Solomon, your financial guide for special needs families, bringing you simple ideas and strategies to help lower your financial pressures today so you can get back to what's most important, taking care of your family. Take these ideas and run with them, or come talk to us. We'd love to help you. Take care. God bless you and have a great day.